Hello and welcome to Intelligent Rants with Intelligent People. While slightly tipsy, I'm Travis Campbell, and joining me is my equally as inebriated co-host, Alex Reed.
I am not equally as inebriated. I am perfectly...
My slightly more inebriated co-host, Alex Reed.
Hello. Thank you for watching.
Our topic for today is New Zealand.
Our topic for you today is New Zealand.
Now, New Zealand has been kind of annoying us recently, but we've made quite a few good strides.
Okay, we'll start off.
Hang on. But we've made quite a few good strides. Like, for example, Pluto. We've got a mountain range on Pluto named after Sir Edmund Hillary, a New Zealander who was the first man to scale
Hey Murray,
Mount Everest.
see that mountain? I want to climb the mountain, Murray. And he got to the top and he looked and he went, clouds.
And he got his face on a $5 note.
There's a lot of clouds up here, Nepalese person. I'm regretting climbing these thousands of meters. I can't see any thing.
But yeah, they named a mountain range.
What the view was like.
They named a mountain range after Sir Edmund
They named the
Hillary.
mountain range.
New Zealand is becoming
They didn't name the mountain
like
range.
a lot more known on a worldwide scale. And some of the reasons are reasons we're not quite proud of. Like our current Prime Minister John Key has spent
Millions.
a lot of money.
He's spent, let's cover a basis, he spent millions.
He's spending millions of dollars to redesign the New Zealand flag.
Hasn't he?
Something that we as semi-patriotic New Zealanders.
I think the way best to describe how I feel about New Zealand is we don't particularly like it when we're living in it.
Yeah.
But if we stumble across someone from not New Zealand, suddenly we become incredibly defensive
Yeah.
over everything New Zealand's done, including rugby. But for some reason we're not questioned by a foreigner.
Yeah.
It's something like, yeah, we're really good at rugby. We are really good. The All Blacks, they're really good at... We'll beat you at rugby and we don't have that many sheep. Also, I don't understand why you think we're all hobbitses. We're not hobbits. And we don't have that many sheep. Leave us the f*** alone.
A prime example of random New Zealand pride
You
is
better be muting my swearing.
it's when we're talking to Australians. I have a prime example. Like on the internet, I was talking to an Australian friend of mine, and
We have an Australian.
the context of Farlap came up.
Farlap was born in Timaru
I was
in
being extremely
1921.
patriotic to the point where I was spouting things about Farlap, that he was born in New Zealand, that he got stolen by the Australians and stuff. And then the guy happened to point out that I was completely misspelling Farlap. But it doesn't matter, because just the fact that Farlap came up into conversation meant that I had to point out. Same with Pavlova.
Split ends. How more obvious can you get that when you spell split ends with an NZ, they clearly are a New Zealand band based in Australia.
John Key is spending...
John Key.
He's spending millions of dollars to redesign the New Zealand flag, and we believe that that is money that could be spent in a much better situation, like feeding the hungry children of New Zealand, which they're constantly going on about.
All the hungry children. And what I find ironic about John Key, and I mean, if I was to put my political point on a thing,
Yeah.
part Labour, part National, part everything. I'm a bit of everything. So I agree with John Key on some stuff. I quite like some things John Key does. But I'm not sure about the flag debacle. I don't see why we have to change it.
Like they say that we need to change our flag because it's too similar
We
to
got our
Australia's.
flag before Australia. Where's the food?
But personally, I feel like we need to redesign... Hang on, wait till the idiot comes back. Personally, I think we need to remake our national anthem. I honestly don't really see the point of national anthems. They all kind of drone on in that monotonic, Catholic, church-sounding song. God of nations, at thy feet, in the bonds of love we meet.
I have a number of problems with that song. One, it has...
Don't.
I'm not going to say anything about being atheist. Okay. So the point I'm not going to go into is the fact that I'm atheistic. Simply because quite a lot of people aren't.
Yeah.
So, whatever. Although, God defend New Zealand, when there are missiles flying towards us from Russia...
I'd rather have,
I'd rather have New Zealand than God. What would God do? Stop the missiles! We're all dead.
No.
Oh well, I'll move on to the next planet. Ooglip. Ooglip.
Ooglip.
Ooglip.
That's Alex trying to name a random planet. Ooglip. No, let's not think of any other planets in the solar system. No. Let's go straight to Ooglip.
The fact that it wasn't even our national anthem until the 70s, to me suggests that we could have chosen something else. I mean,
I don't know.
It was written as a hymn in the 1870s, and yes, New Zealand was predominantly a Christian nation. It was like da 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 da. It's like, yeah, it's got a reasonable melody, I guess. Yeah. I don't mind that. It's like, hello, we are New Zealanders. We really like
Peter Jackson.
Although please don't think we're hobbitses. We really are just farmers. We don't like sheep as much as whales. Although we probably like it more than Pakistan. Because Pakistan has no sheep. They just like killing infidels. Please don't hate us because we're small. We don't really give a at all. We like to achieve some things that we are overly inflated opinions about, like the atom splitting
and Pavlova.
Pavlova
is
not as good as it sounds.
We just can't agree on the topic.
Lamingtons I'll give to the Australians.
And they're nice.
Lamingtons are nice, actually.
Anyway.
What are we talking about?
If they're going to spend like millions and millions of dollars reforming something, I feel like they need to reform the New Zealand anthem.
If I could choose between changing the anthem and the flag, I would choose anthem every day of the week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's not like we don't like the anthem. I don't know. It's just that we like the flag as it is, and when it comes between the flag and the anthem, I don't know. We'd rather have the anthem change.
Yeah.
I feel like that's something that every country should regularly update.
I mean, the anthem is something. The flag is something people see. The anthem is something that actually is the thing about a country that invokes emotion and
it's meant to
patriotism.
It's meant to embody the people.
It embodies the people. A flag is just something that separates the country from the people. And frankly, if you can't tell the difference between the New Zealand flag and the Australian flag, one of which has an extra star, of which are different colours.
Yeah, and different pointers.
You need to learn how to look at flags. But the New Zealand anthem and the Australian anthem are quite different. I mean, the Australians... Yeah. To be honest...
I've never actually heard the Australian anthem.
Australians... Da 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 da. For we are young and free.
Stop you there. It already sounds ridiculous.
It is. I think they should have all seen Matilda. Alt seen Matilda. Who killed her?
I don't think that's
something. Wall sing Matilda McGee.
McGee?
Made it up. What were we talking about?
New Zealand.
Anthems?
But honestly, like, overall, I'd have to say that New Zealand is a great country.
I think...
Compared to, like, when you look at the other countries and look at their problems, like, a few years ago, England was having those huge riots. America is having a huge problem with its police at the moment, and whole racial discrimination and all that.
If you take an objective view of the world,
Yeah.
and unbiasedly look at all the countries, New Zealand is one of the better ones to live with, although not because we have this accent.
Yeah.
I think that counts against us.
Yeah, we've actually been talking about this. We think that we have one of the worst accents, to be honest.
I don't want to sound stupid, but because of my accent, I mean, there.
Yeah, we kind of sound like
We
country.
were watching someone today and he said it perfectly. Beer, beer and beer.
All the same
Say
sounding.
It. Think in your head, beer, beer and beer. I can't bear to be with this.
I'll have a pint of beer. Oh look, there's a grizzly
God,
beer.
that's a grizzly beer.
They all sound exactly
it's a
the
pint
same.
of beer. I can't beer. That's a beer. It's the same.
And
That's a problem. You know what I'm saying?
like,
Shower.
I'm lucky in the aspect
We're
that
lazy bastards.
I'm different when it comes to my accent because I grew up being
He
influenced.
is actually not as American.
Yeah, I grew up being influenced by American and British TV to the point where I can do, I don't know, a half decent American accent to fool New Zealanders. Like, I can say I'm from Texas and people would probably believe me if I just talk like this all the time.
We've verified this with a Texan.
Yeah, I actually talked in front of a Texan like that, and
That's
he said that if he didn't know me, he would have believed I was from Texas, which is pretty good because I like my steak black and I like my guns, you know, in the hands of everyone.
What we're talking about? What we're talking about?
I believe we were talking about New Zealand.
Accents.
That tiny country down at the bottom of the world. I believe it's part of Australia.
I never what? I never realised how stupid our accents made us sound.
Yeah.
Until I saw one of us on a movie with other people.
Which movie was this?
It was a
That's
Kiwi.
helpful.
And it was like a Kiwi accent alone amongst the British and American accents.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. You're talking about the boat that rocked.
Yeah.
Yeah, the boat that rocked. We had Rhys Darby. And amongst all the high-class, nice-sounding British accents, there was one New Zealand.
And it just sounded like 20 IQ points low.
Yeah,
I mean, we're not, honestly, I know this is hard to believe, but we're not that stupid.
Yeah. We might sound that stupid right now, but that's because we've been drinking. And drinking stops us from thinking.
We have not been drinking. I don't know what he's been drinking, but I've been drinking fresh water.
Fresh water right out of the stream. Here we
A
are.
stream of beer.
The stream of beer? Oh my god.
I've forgotten what I was saying.
I feel like we should wrap this up.
Yeah, New Zealand, we're good. Like us.
Travis and Alex in the morning. We want you to subscribe to our videos.